What should I do?
Should I make you laugh?
Should I read you a soulful poem? Shoot me with your words, but I only speak the truth. Believe it or not, girls fart and they poop.
Did that make you laugh? What is going on, people on the internet? It's me, Unu, and I just wanted to post a video to let those of you who don't already know that I will be attending physical therapy school in the fall. I've got 4 options to choose from, and I was hoping that y'all could help me in making my decision. In no particular order, the schools that I've been accepted into are A.T. Still University in Mesa, Arizona, the University of St. Augustine in Austin, Texas, San Diego State University in San Diego, California, and the University of New England in Portland, Maine. Now, I've compiled a small list of factors that should be taken into account when making a decision on where I should go. First is tuition. The tuition that I've calculated is tuition for the entire program, so roughly 3 years give or take depending on the program. Tuition at A.T. Still University is $81,165. Tuition at University of St. Augustine is $82,250. Tuition at San Diego State University is $80,960. And tuition at the University of New England is a whopping $104,520. The next thing to take into consideration are the living expenses. Growing up in Austin, Texas, I have found out that I can live pretty comfortably off of $1,000 per month for rent and food. So that is going to be $12,000 a year, and for 3 years, which is the length of a PT program, that'll be $36,000. Now, if I end up at the University of St. Augustine, I would move back in with my parents to save money. So essentially, rent and food would be free? Not really. Let's be honest. If your family is anything like mine, moving back home means a whole lot of yelling and nagging, and some of your freedoms get taken away. So that is what I think the cost of living is if I go to Austin. Now, I came across this site called cityrating.com, which allows you to input a certain salary for one city, and it would tell you how much you would have to make in another city to sustain the same standard of living. So I used this figure of 36 grand as my cost of living in Austin to see how much I would have to make in the other cities. In Mesa, Arizona, I would have to make $27,176.74. In San Diego, California, I would have to make $37,586.07. And in Portland, Maine, I'd have to make $27,037.66. Moving on, the next thing to take into consideration are the food options. I'm a huge fan of food. I love eating just well-prepared meals. And so the food of the region or the area definitely plays a factor in my decision. Mesa, Arizona is known for Mexican food and Southwestern fare. Austin, Texas has a great assortment of food trucks. And I guess Texas is known mainly for their Tex-Mex and barbecue. San Diego, California is known for their Mexican food, and specifically I was told to try a California burrito. I don't know what it is, so if you know what it is, let me know. And Portland, Maine has an old port which is just filled with restaurants and bars. And I guess anything Maine is known for their seafood and lobster. And man, do I love me some seafood, and especially that lobster. The next thing to factor in is the weather of the area. Mesa, Arizona is hot. What's funny is whenever I ask someone from Arizona about the weather, they always describe it using the same word, oven. So, Mesa, Arizona, oven, hot. Austin, Texas is also hot, and on top of that, there's unpredictable weather. Depending on the time of the year, within a span of a few hours, it can be raining, it can be cold, it can be hot, you just don't ever know. San Diego, California, what can I say? It's California, so it's probably perfect year-round. And Portland, Maine, all the way up north, is definitely cold. When I went up there for my interview, it was actually during their first snowstorm, so I got to see a lot of snow, which I thought was pretty cool. But more importantly, if I ended up going there, I'd be looking forward to having 4 seasons. Growing up in Texas, you're pretty much accustomed to one season all year round, so I think going to the Northeast and seeing an actual fall, seeing an actual winter, a spring, a summer would be pretty cool. The last item on this checklist are some miscellaneous items that I found when I looked into the area. Mesa, Arizona actually has old Western style saloons that are still operating like the old Western days. So if I went there, you know I'd definitely be reenacting some Back to the Future Part 3. Austin, Texas is my hometown. I was born and raised here, and I just love this city. San Diego's got Legoland and the San Diego Zoo. And lastly, Portland, Maine, though many of you guys might think there's not a whole lot going on up there, supposedly has a lot of babes and some of the most eligible women. According to this issue of Men's Health with David Beckham on the front, Portland, Maine ranks number 2 with a grade of A+ for the most eligible women. But also on this list, San Diego, California ranks number 19 with a grade of a B, Austin, Texas ranks 42 with a grade of a C+, and though Mesa, Arizona isn't on this list, Mesa is actually located right outside of Phoenix, and Phoenix is on this list at number 71 and received a grade of a D+. So now that you've got a quick little rundown of the factors that I've taken into account in making my decision, what should I do? If you were me, where would you go and why?